if your desires are feeling fresh to you, then they are manifesting relatively quickly, yes? And do you think that that is the purpose of desire? Do you think you came into this environment to mix it up and sift through the contrast and come to your own personal conscious awareness of what you want so that it can manifest? Do you think that's what it's about? It's part of it, but it's certainly not all of it. And the reason that we put it to you in that way is because if you are waiting for the manifestation before you celebrate, that's why your desires get stale. You got to celebrate before they manifest. You got to celebrate in the interim. You've got to celebrate because you hatched the idea. You got to celebrate because contrast helped you to know you want it. One day Esther was dusting, put her hand on a shelf, a new shelf that they had just an etagere, beautiful glass shelves, beautiful glass pieces that gathered them up for years from all around the world. Esther put her cloth on the top shelf and it broke loose and fell on the next shelf, which fell on the next shelf, which fell on the next shelf. And all of these beautiful treasures came crashing down around Esther's feet. And Jerry's in the other room and he yelled, "Stand still, don't move," because he could only imagine what she was standing in, and he knows she never wears shoes. And he came into the room and said, "Oh, good, something to want." And he meant it. He meant it. In other words, it's nice to have a new desire hatched, because when there is a new desire in your vortex, it calls you to circumstances and events and rendezvous and co-creation. It calls you to opportunities. It calls you to the wherewithal. It calls you to the path of creation. And so if you have the feeling that your unfulfilled, meaning not yet manifested desires are, if they feel awkward, or if they feel old, or if they feel stale, or if they feel disappointing, then you're misunderstanding the whole point of desire. Desire is the calling forth of you. You see, you're the creator of your reality. You've been hearing us say that for a while. But you're not just the creator of the car, or the creator of the empire, or the creator of the relationship, or the creator of the pile of money. You are the creator of you within all of that. You are the creator of your experiencing life in those ways. You are the creator of you within relationships and you within financial wherewithal. You are the creator of you in all of those scenarios. And if you're tending to the you, the right now you responding to where you are right now you, the you that's right here, right now, responding to where you are right here, right now, is the you that is emitting the signal that is equaling a point of attraction that is being matched by the universal law of attraction with things that match that. So if you are in your now feeling disappointed that you want something that has not manifested, your disappointment does not match the materialization of what you want. It matches the absence of that materialization. You got to get over the what isness of your experience. And you've got to start paying attention to how you feel. And that's why we keep prodding at you. We keep asking you in different ways, because we want you to begin to contemplate who you really are and what this is all about. Did you come just to create stuff out of the absence of stuff? Or did you come to sift through and to feel the exhilaration of getting to choose? The exhilaration of contrast in and of itself is a wonderful thing. The exhilaration of identifying wanted from unwanted is really a masterful creator's hands in the clay sort of experience. And when something erupts within you strong enough that you are able to proclaim, this is something that I desire, this is something that I like, this is something that I want. Once you have identified it in that way, and you have launched it into what we are calling your vortex of creation, once that has taken place, now really it is out of your hands. Universal forces will carry on with it. Universal forces begin in the moment of the launching of it and continue in the beginning of the amending of it as you keep saying, yes, I do want that, but add this to it and add this to it and add this to it and add this to it. I want him to be cute, but I want him to be rich too, in other words. In other words, as you add all of those things to what you're wanting, then what begins to happen is the law of attraction assembles the cooperative components. We're not kidding you. Not at all, at all. The law of attraction is assembling the vibrational version of all cooperative components of what you've put into this vortex. The question that we keep asking of you, and we want this gathering to help you answer for yourself, is, are you a cooperative component to your own creation? And the answer lies within the feelings within you, the emotions that you are feeling. The answer within you lies within how you feel, because if you are disappointed or feeling unworthy, if you are feeling bummed out that you've wanted this for such a long time and it keeps not showing up in your experience in a material way, then you are not a vibrational match to your own vortex. And that's why it's taking so long. And that is the only reason that it's taking so long. The abundance grows exponentially to meet the desires of everyone who desires. It is huge and it is there for you. There is not one thing that life has caused you to want that life does not have the ability to deliver to you, and to deliver to you immediately, because the cooperative components have already been lined up. But one thing is absolutely required, and that is you must vibrationally line up with what you have been asking for. The other morning, Esther awakened, and she's just been so happily in the vortex. She said, I think I'm in the vortex permanently. She just felt so good. The days have been so beautiful, one after another, and beautiful new discoveries in their new place where they are living in Southern California, and so many wonderful experiences with so many wonderful people. And so she just basked herself to sleep and appreciated her pillow while she was doing it, and awakened in the morning and reached for the new meditation CD to play. And before she pushed the button, she focused upon something unpleasant. And in the midst of that sort of run of pure positive energy, she felt a knot in her stomach that was so severe it felt like pain. So as soon as she saw Jerry, she said, I've taken negative emotion to a whole new level. Because I am certain that this is not something that is physiological. I know that this is not something to do with anything to do with my body, in the sense that it is not a physical thing. It was an emotional thing. It was me dropping a negative thought right into the middle of a pool of well-being. She said, let's ask Abraham. And we said, yep, that's exactly what happened. In other words, it's a little bulky explanation of it. But what do you think your emotions are? Why are emotions feelable? Why do you feel emotions? Because the combination of the vibration of this dominant vibration that is really who you are, which is one of well-being, utter well-being, and then the vibration of whatever you are thinking in the moment, when they mix together, it creates a vibration that affects you on a cellular level, which triggers all kinds of things in your body. Wellness comes from positive emotion endurance. And it's such a wonderful thing when you are so on top of your game that you can feel the spread. In other words, you introduce negative thought into your experience. When you haven't been introducing negative thought into your experience, you're going to feel it in a whole new way. And that really is what we wish for every one of you. It is our desire that you become so accustomed to the well-being feeling of alignment and to the positive emotions that then surround that, that when you begin tippy-toeing into an arena that isn't up to speed with where you are, that you feel the clash of emotion. And in that process, the whole reason that you feel, people say, well, what's the difference between an emotion and a feeling? And we say, vibration is what is at the root of all of it. The vibration of who you really are is dominant. The vibration of who you're being in this moment based upon what you're thinking about or speaking about right now is causing a a colliding or a meshing, a blending of the vibration of you and you. And as those vibrations come together, it equals a signal that is affecting your physical body. And when there is a blending of the emotion, the signal that is offered to your cells offers well-being. It offers metabolism that is pleasing. It offers heart rhythm that is exactly right. It offers the utilization of the oxygen that you are breathing. In other words, when you are tuned into this frequency that is at the very core of every cell of your body, you thrive on every level, and the upshot of it is you feel sensational in the process.